All right, let's dive deep into the world of advanced materials. We're talking about a place where individual atoms are trapped inside these tiny, microscopic cages. Today, we're going to crack open one of these amazing structures and see what secrets are hiding inside. So, the star of our show today is a material called a Skutterudite. And what makes it so cool is its wild structure. I want you to picture this. You've got this intricate, cage-like framework made of atoms. And right smack in the middle, there's this other, bigger atom that's, well, it's just kind of held there. It's not really bonded in the way you might think. It's more like a guest staying in a very, very small atomic hotel. Now, because this central atom isn't tightly locked down, it has some freedom. It can jiggle, it can vibrate, it literally rattles around inside its little cage. And this isn't just some cute idea. Scientists call this rattling, and it's a real, measurable phenomenon that is, frankly, super important. It's got them totally fascinated. And that right there, that's the big mystery we're trying to solve. So what? Why does this rattling even matter? What can the vibration of one single atom really tell us about a material? Could this be the secret to creating brand new technologies? Like, say, turning wasted heat back into useful electricity? Well, that's exactly what we're going to find out. Okay, so how on earth do you watch a single atom rattle? I mean, you can't exactly stick it under a regular microscope, right? So instead, scientists did something brilliant. They built a virtual one, and they built it using some of the most powerful tools in all of physics. Yeah, the lab for this job? It wasn't full of test tubes and beakers. It was a massive supercomputer. What they did is called a first principles calculation. Now, that sounds super technical, but it's actually a beautiful idea. It just means they started from scratch with nothing but the basic laws of quantum mechanics and built the entire material atom by atom right inside the computer. The whole process is it's so cool. First, you create this perfect digital model of the crystal. Step 2, you feed the computer the rules of the game, the fundamental equations of quantum physics that tell atoms how to behave. And then, for the final step, you just hit go and watch as the simulation calculates the exact movement, the exact dance of every single atom. It's like having a camera that can zoom in on the atomic level. Incredible. And almost immediately, this virtual microscope showed them something that kind of threw a wrench in the simple idea of a rattling atom. So this is clue number 1 in our mystery. The cage, it's not a rigid box at all. See, the easy picture to have in your head is that the atom in the middle is just bouncing around inside this solid, unmoving cage. But the simulation? Oh, it showed something way more interesting. As that central atom moves, the cage itself actually bends and flexes along with it. It's breathing, it's distorting, it's a true duet, not a solo performance. And this flexing isn't just a minor detail, it's a huge deal. Turns out, when the cage distorts, it actually lowers the energy of that rattle, making it even easier for the atom to move around. And get this, the effect is totally different depending on what the cage is made of. For a phosphide cage, you see a 23% drop in energy. But look at the antimonide cage. It's way more flexible, and the energy drops by a whopping 59%. The big takeaway here is that the cage and the atom inside are in this deep, dynamic relationship. But believe it or not, this whole flexible cage thing was just the first clue. As the scientists dug deeper, they were hunting for a very specific kind of instability, a sign that the material was about to do something weird. And what they found? Oh man, it was a total plot twist. You see, the obvious place to look for this instability was the rattling atom, right? I mean, that's the whole special feature of this material. But the simulation showed it was perfectly stable. Nothing weird going on there at all. The real secret, the anomaly they were hunting for, was hiding somewhere else entirely. Okay, so what they were looking for is something called a Kohn anomaly. The best way to think about it is like a vibration that starts to get soft. Its energy drops, it gets unstable, and it's basically the atoms screaming that the material's whole structure is about to change. It's the tremor you feel right before the earthquake hits. And here it is, the big twist. The simulation found a textbook Kohn anomaly. That critical, softening vibration was there, clear as day. But it wasn't the rattling atom. No, it was the atoms of the cage itself that were unstable. The cage was the part that was about to break. Now, this wasn't just some interesting little detail from a computer model. This discovery turned out to be the missing piece of the puzzle, the key to solving a real-world mystery that had been bugging scientists for a while. So here comes the big reveal. Okay, check out how perfectly this all fits together. The simulation predicted a very specific, unstable vibration in the cage. They even called it the H1 mode. It also predicted exactly how this instability would make the whole crystal change shape. And guess what? This prediction was a perfect one-to-one match for a strange structural change that other scientists had already seen in a real material, but they had no idea what was causing it. The simulation found the trigger. And don't just take my word for it. Here it is, straight from the research paper. The scientists said that the structure from their simulation agrees with that observed in the real deal. They had nailed it. They found the origin of the mysterious change. That unstable H1 mode in the cage was the culprit. Case closed. So just stop and think about that for a second. By building an entire world based on pure physics inside a supercomputer, these researchers saw something completely invisible, a tiny, subtle vibration in an atomic cage, and used that to solve a major puzzle from a real-world lab. That is just awesome. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? We just saw how this hidden dance of atoms, something we can only see through these incredible simulations, can unlock the secrets of real materials. So the question is, what other secrets about how the universe works are hiding out there in these invisible vibrations, just waiting for us to build a virtual microscope powerful enough to see them?